Hi guys, welcome back to Tigara Gitara. My name is Abby, and today we are going to be doing the root chakra reading for November 5th to the 12th. I hope you guys had a good week last week. This week we have like a powerful new moon in Scorpio, which is going to be very intense, and I'm really excited about it. And then we're starting to kind of let it a little bit loose, astrologically speaking. With all the Scorpio energy, like early last week, in the beginning of the week, it was just like heavy water, and then it just started to just kind of go into other signs. Like the planets started to go in, some of the planets went into other signs, so it was just like it was a little bit more helpful, because I feel like everybody and their mother went into hermit mode, and it was just like, but this moon is going to be very powerful, very transformative, and very hurtful for those who have not been doing the work. So for our root chakra, what is our blockage for our root chakra for this week? What is our blockage for the root chakra? Why is this our blockage? We have to talk. Oh my god. Okay, what is, oh. Okay. What is our blockage for our root chakra this week? I'm gonna pull one more card, and then I'll pull, how can we best heal this for this week? Okay, we're gonna talk about it. How can we best heal our root chakra this week? How can we best heal? Oh, how can we best heal our root chakra this week? Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna like this. How can we best heal our root chakra this week? One more card for how we can best heal our root chakra this week. Okay, cool. So bottom of the deck is just the Sun, the King of Cups, and the High Priestess. Use this water for good. Okay, so our blockage this week for our root chakra, it really has to do with, I feel like we've talked about this before, especially in the summer, but there's kind of a lot of disappointments about where we mentally wanted to be at that we have not achieved, and like mentally, and then where we see ourselves and how we want things to be a certain way, but it's not. And so the expectation, the mind, because all of these are mind. Like, let's talk about the Three of Swords for a second, because everybody be like, your heart's broken. It can be, sure, but that's not what this card is about as well. It doesn't have to be like heartbroken, because these are swords, these are thoughts that are breaking that heart. That heart space is getting broken and stabbed by mental activity, mental thoughts, mental stimulation. So it's not a literal heartbreak. This is a little bit more of a heartbreak. This is because this is emotions, but this is thoughts and how they're causing you so much emotional pain, and this emotional pain is affecting your viewpoint on yourself, your power, and your emotional state as well. So you're feeling the emotional density of your disappointment with where you are grounded wise, because you're not grounded. This is like one of the best cards for grounding, especially is because it's the only pentacle card throughout all this whole entire Shazam. You have all the elements, and the one that is the one for the root chakra is the one that you want to strive to, and it is in the blockage space. So it's just not good. Like this is more of a, like, getting blocked by this type of energy is ridiculous to me. But then we've been having the craziest blockages in these areas for like the longest time, because this has to do with really reevaluating your will, your mental space, what you are putting out there, what the intentions that you're setting out there for what you're striving to do, and how that's disappointing you in the long run. And this could have to do with other people disappointing you and opportunities disappointing you, and how long it's taking for certain things to manifest for you. But this is willpower. You have to have a lot of willpower to get to this point, to become a queen, and also to get to the point that you have the house, the birds, and your fruit is already ripe and ready to eat. Like, you have to have a lot of power, patience, and grounding, root chakra, in order to develop this properly. And it's kind of, I feel like this has to do with a lot of like the world's expectations on how you're supposed to be happy, how you're supposed to take care of your finances, how you're supposed to have the house, apartment, whatever. And so we get so stuck on the material that it turns into what is our path, and we're questioning it. We're questioning our power. We're questioning our path. We're questioning our goals. We're questioning our where things are going. Please remind yourself that this is a Scorpio season. You are supposed to be questioning, and you're also supposed to be unlocking, feeling out these truths, finding out what's the real truth, and really kind of releasing what is not meant for you to be stabbing your mind and heart over. Because it's like, why are we doing this? This is literally this is free will right now. This is free will. You're mentally, instead of doing this and pulling yourself up and building yourself up, this is what's happening as a reaction of not instantly having this or constantly having this. There's influxes happen, and if you study the Kabbalion, and you'll understand this a little bit more, how the pendulum swings to one side. Everything's not supposed to be perfect all the time. There's supposed to be influxes, and that is so you can address different things that's come up for you, whether it's past lives, whether it's like different things that need to get addressed. It's very much okay. Hold on, because I just got the message about something. This also speaks to the ancestors for me, because I'm getting that right now. If you have not been working with your ancestors in order to rebuild your home space, because you don't understand, this card is what I call the prerequisite to the Empress card, which is total Venus vibes, earth energy, and to have this kind of thing, you also have to have the ancestors backing you. So if you have not been working with your ancestors actively, then that's something that you really need to do, energetically speaking, in order to get up on this level, so they can actually help you on your path with this, and to kind of help you release some of this stuff as well, as far as the weight of it, because they really do help with this. Like, I personally feel a lot more grounded when I work with my ancestors, period. And I'm a Capricorn. I have 5 planets stellium in Capricorn, and I'm usually hella grounded naturally, but I feel way more grounded when I'm working with my ancestors, because I feel like I'm connected to that which is already, you know, ancient. And it's different because it helps me with my path, with my goal. Don't forget that the wands are about your path, your growth, your destination. That's what the fire signs do, and that's also what the fire suit is about. It's all about destination. And so the in-betweens of what happens between that, it's like, you can't, if you don't have a stable foundation, so if you don't have a stable relationship with your ancestors, if you don't have a stable relationship with your home space, whatever space, if you don't have a stable foundation, you're going to have issues there. You're going to be worried about these foundations. When you're working on your chakras, especially the root chakra, and when you're trying to go all the way up and have all these other things that you want, because I'm pretty sure the love situation is going to come up, I'm pretty sure like the happiness situation is going to come up later on in the readings as we go up through the chakras, because they do talk about different parts and areas of your life. You need to understand that your foundation is a root chakra. If your root chakra is blocked, your other chakras are automatically going to be a hot mess. It's just as simple as that. There needs to be some patience this week, and there needs to be some empowerment this week. There needs to be some release as well with this. Use the Scorpion moon to release a lot of these like watery, like untruths that you're kind of stabbing yourself with. And if it is the truth that you're stabbing yourself with, then understand that the truth is, it's not supposed to be something that's always supposed to feel good, but it's supposed to be liberating. And this is what the wand suit is about. It's about liberation, it's about freedom, it's about path and growth. As you come forth on these truths, you can then move from these truths with a new destination, new purpose, new drive, whatever. But you need to make sure that that's in some sort of alignment, because having this as a blockage is not a good thing. And there's always something in these readings that I'm like, why is this a blockage? What is y'all doing? Why are y'all doing it? It's just insane. As far as how we can best heal this week, and this is why I was laughing, the first card out was Temperance. So the reason why I'm laughing is two reasons. One's because it's temperance and it's the whole balancing thing. Also because the last card is justice, which is Libra, and the moon is currently in Libra. I always pay attention to the astrological aspects of the cards. This is Sagittarius, which means that I've been getting the message a lot in my personal readings and doing readings for others that after Scorpio season, things are going to start moving again. And that is because Scorpio season is not necessarily, it's a fixed sign. So it's not a moving energy period, but Sagittarius is more of the that bringing back the fire and bringing back the element of movement and travel and destination. And so I kept getting the message of keep getting the message of like fire, movement, wait, things are still developing, wait, there's still like, you'll see more movement during the season, just this needs to happen first. Like if the death card kept coming out, and it's just like, this needs to happen first, this needs to happen first, after this is what's coming, after this is what's coming, and it keeps being that message. And it's kind of crazy how then we have the star card, because the star card is about destiny, is about destination, is about the grander picture, is about how things are developing, how things are interconnected, and understanding that your problems, your issues that you're having are all part of a bigger picture. You're supposed to be working on these things now so you can then in a later time, which is not actually that far away, be in a different place, be in a better place, be in a more grounded place, in a more stable place where you're actually actively working towards something, whether that's a job or whether you're actually working, like getting a home, whatever the case may be. It's gonna become a little bit smoother for you to get there. This is 3, this is 9. Okay, it's gonna take a minute to get from 3 to 9, but it's still in the works. There's stuff that's still brewing that you can't see, and this is literally what this is saying right now. Patience. The last card being justice. Again, if you have been working with your ancestors, is a good thing. There's a lot of karma that's being dealt right now, especially Scorpio season. It's a lot of release work, it's a lot of healing work, it's a lot of death work, it's a lot of work. So there's a lot, especially with Venus just dipping retrograde wise, it dipped back into Libra. There's a lot of stuff that you found out in Scorpio season that now you're going to be karmically addressing. You're going to be like saying, okay, you know what, I found this out, I'm addressing it this way. You're actively going to be put to work. Cardinal energy. This is actively saying, okay, you know what, this happened, this is how I'm going to react to it. This is what instead of sulking, fixed energy, instead of sulking and like kind of being in the misery of it, going through the transformational portion of that, because Scorpio is also co-ruled by Mars, going through that transformational period and releasing a lot of these things leads you to a more balanced self, because we keep getting different types of visuals for balancing. So having patience and actively taking the opportunities to do what we can with what we have the choice to do, making those choices, coming up with the solutions, making sure that we are balanced in the spaces that we need to take in that balance, and really like saying, okay, you know what, this is how I want to address this, this is how I want to do this is how I want to what I want to do in the future. This is whatever the case may be. Like today, I really want to go to the gym. I want to go work out. After I finish doing the videos, I think I'm going to go to the gym. I have not gone to the gym since, like, I don't like going to the gym. I'm Spanish, so I like dancing, I like yoga, I like active stuff, but I really want to do something that, I used to go to the gym when I was back in school, and it was, like, every time I would go to school, I would make sure I would do an hour at the gym. And now I'm just like, yo, I want to get back to my body. I want to feel good. And I've been working specifically, and if you've been having some trouble with this, you can work with deities for this. I've been working a lot with Sekhmet for healing my body, and also for actively coming up with better ways to treat my body. And I've been working with her for a long time, but for the health specifically and for my body specifically, for the past, I want to say 2-3 weeks. Before I went to Grenada, I set the intention that I wanted to eat better so that I can start working on my body more actively. Now I want to physically start working on my body, not just internally. And I don't know if you guys want me to do a video on how different deities and goddesses and orishas and stuff come up in tarot. That would be kind of cool, but that's like a workshop though, so that would be a long video. But fire, and also cat's energy, Leo energy, that's Sekhmet. And so I've been working with her a lot because she's a warrior, but she's also a healer. So I've been working with her a lot to just get my body to this point. This is how I want. See, root chakra wise, this is what my foundation is right now, where I'm finding my blockage. I'm reading myself now, just so we can all be like, you know, we're all in this together. It's not just like I'm reading ya and ya getting smoked. But this is something that I want to do. I want to go to the gym. I want to feel good. I want to get my body where it's more flexible and stuff like that. I need to get back on my yoga game. So that's something that I definitely want to do. And so finding the balance in my body, bring the love back into my body. And that's where like my foundation is rocky with my root chakra right now. But usually I'm pretty much grounded in there. But as far as general energy, there needs to be active work put into what we're going to say, what we decide when we're taking out these swords mentally, when we're going to use our minds, because this is, you got 2 air cards here. One is fixed, one is a cardinal. So there's active, like, hey, things are developing the way they're developing, but this is, you have to do something to get yourself in balance as well. And so this is actually putting yourself to work on it. Like, hey, don't just preach something that you're going to say it, do it. Cool. And then let me pull an oracle card for us for the root chakra. I feel like this was a good reading though, because the past couple of weeks, man, I don't know what y'all been doing. I think it's Scorpio season, but I did warn y'all. I've been warning y'all for like half of the year. I've been warning y'all. Because I just know. It's like, listen. I just know that this is how it is. A lot of people underestimate the season, and it could be such a great season. And honestly, I've had such a great season. I've been very blessed, but I know it's not easy. There's a lot of water. It's a lot of water. So, what is our message for root chakra this week? Okay, that came out really fast. Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah, gonna be mad as always. We got Sacred Pool, which looks like that. And I'm gonna hold it here while I read out your lives. The world is a reflection of your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Embody the love you wish to see in the world. Just gonna leave it there. When you look into the mirror, do you like what you see? The Sacred Pool card asks that you focus on self-love and self-esteem. We are all works in progress, so a detached self-examination made with rigorous honesty is called for now. Reflect by the Sacred Pool and be at peace with yourself. Can you see how far you've come and how magical your life is? Do you notice the spark in your eyes? When you're conscious that you're the embodiment of spirit, it becomes easier to respect yourself and act in good conscience. Then you will reap the greatest rewards. Your unique service to the world is not only needed but celebrated. The love within you. See the love within you and know that if you cast it upon the waters, it will return to you tenfold. Be at peace, for you are beautiful and loved. Act with surety and confidence, and the success shall be yours wherever your inquiry. That line about casting it on the water reminded me of this, because this is a destiny card. Also this, hilariously. But lots of this, do you see that this deck is really good for these types of readings? But I think that you guys just really need to get this together. Get this stuff together, please. I love you guys. Get it together. So yeah, all my links and stuff will be down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video, which should be coming up right after this one.